All right, I just want you to see very quickly the pathetic conduct of the suicidal and the very much mentally disturbed gang stalkers, terrorists. This is, again, the mentally incompetent make up the U.S. military, which is a threat to the United States, especially while they are engaging in terrorism against American citizens. And remember, this is not only physically levying war by stalking, it's also psychological warfare, which the mentally incompetent, such as the U.S. military, are no formidable adversary. But this is what the ordinary target individual is inundated and overwhelmed with, and that is where the threat is. Never mind the fact that it is laughable to me, it's pathetic to me. This is clearly incriminating conduct. That's a matter of judicial notice. You're not headed to a destination, you're not engaging in a takeoff, you're stalking. And guess what else is? So is when Southwest Airlines, when Alaska Airlines, when Delta Airlines, when United Airlines, when Frontier Airlines, when Amazon Prime, when FedEx are engaging in the same. Okay, that's the POC. I went into this. The entity is engaging what is maintaining more than one, this is at a higher elevation plane activity, and then this is dipping and diving, all manner of this plane activity over this area. Paul Leon is being prosecuted in the same way that he's being prosecuted by, at 10:38 p.m., the utility vehicle by the African-American, the very mentally deranged stalker that comes to engage in what is this conduct, stalking me with light. After the entity engages in that documented act of terrorism of flying in circles over me, targeting me, just like United Airlines is targeting right now. And they're doing so last night under the fake moon. This is stalking with light, and that's what the city of Ontario provided a utility vehicle of the city late in the middle of the night just to sit here. There was nothing that he was doing. He did absolutely nothing. Okay? Pulling out a spray bottle, watering the grass, squeegeeing the doors, going and checking the locks is nothing other than form. He was stalking with light, where the entity is stalking like you see here. And United Airlines and UPS are engaged in the same pattern of conduct, regardless of which logo is used to engage in a cartwheel. The entity is very mentally deranged, and their deranged mental illness is what is used to prosecute them. Remember, their mental illness is psychopathic. So this is not the inability to appreciate the criminality, or the fact that it is that which is undesirable, or the fact that it is going to harm other people that you're unintentionally engaging in. It is psychopathic with regard to being literally satiated by the behavior, engaging in what is even taking pride and ownership in this pattern of conduct, one that is gratified by engaging in it, and doing so, engaging in it in the ways in which they do, because of the positions where they assume that they will get away with it. This mental illness is a matter of what is public information, and it's speaking to what is necessarily being identified in order to prosecute and diagnose and to neutralize the threat by those who are mentally ill engaging in the criminal pattern of conduct. There is no defense regarding the mental illness, and it is intentional. Mental illness and intent coexist with the psychopathic disorder. This is the POC. It is currently 6:40 a.m. That was the entity that you're not forgetful is doing a cartwheel, and then the next plane is flying over in the same, and neither one of them are headed to a destination. Okay, and it's a shared pattern of conduct with the state, where all the airports are engaging in that. And this is the ongoing decline of the commercial airline companies that can no longer provide what is a mask for the United States, engaging in surveillance. In fact, it is showing the people of the state, just like the gang stalkers that fill the libraries stalking me, gang stalking, the commercial means of gang stalking, that is domestic terrorism, are through the corporate entities. And those that are providing the instrumentalities of interstate commerce are being federally prosecuted as terrorists and sex offenders, which they are, keeping my vagina under surveillance while the mentally ill fly those logos, and I prosecute and exhaust financially those same logos. This is POC. It is 6:41 a.m. under the fake sun at the OVITT Family Community Library.